front of you. All right, so we're starting out with day 2 of court today. We had Agent Saylor. He verifies the warrants for Ryan Payne's Facebook page, Ryan Payne's operational page, Cheyenne Miller's Facebook page, Carol Bundy's Facebook page. I believe they brought the Bundy Ranch Facebook page and also OMA Facebook page. So we had a lot of talk about warrants and Facebook bringing stuff in. I want to say first that we're continuing our war on our play of words. So today, the judge herself said unindicted co-conspirator. This is a term that they started using in the last trial and then decided to stop using because it makes them seem guilty when they're not guilty yet. There's no conspiracy has been proved. So how can they be guilty if there's a conspiracy isn't proved? She said unindicted co-conspirator statement 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 times today. The prosecution said it 4 while I was in the courtroom. I did get in a little late. She overruled. There was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, maybe 37 objections to all of the evidence coming in today, and she overruled every single one of those from the defense. Nothing was sustained today, none of the motions, and any time that the defense puts stuff in, they don't get it. So here we've got the bias going. So we started out the day, we saw a bunch from Ryan Payne. Once again, Ryan Payne goes on trial here. He's not here to defend himself or say anything. But there was some good things that I pulled out of this today. Carol Bundy's Facebook page, she stated in it, we would like our stand of freedom and liberty to remain peaceful. That was in her post. That was the only post that they brought out from her. And I believe that that goes to show that they are not advocating violence. Of course, there was objections to bringing this in. It was overruled, just like all the objections. We heard a lot from Ryan Payne, between Ryan Payne and Mark Kessler, between Ryan Payne and Michael Riley. You know, they're bringing in a bunch of different people, and they continually see, well, this goes to an unindicted co-conspirator statement. So, you know, we're continuing this play on words. We also started the day today, juror number 16, this is one of the extras, was excused for a death in the family. So we're down 1 jury member already, but this is an extra, so it doesn't affect the 12 that sit on the jury currently. We're also being harassed by the marshals, extra. Rules continue to change. One of the rules that changed today, one of the observers went down and bought a bunch of Smart Waters from downstairs in the cafeteria. Goes to bring them upstairs, and they say, well, now you not only can you only have clear liquid, but it can only be like 20 ounces. So they sent her back downstairs. Now, this is something that you can buy in the cafeteria of the courthouse, and they're not allowing it in the 7th floor. But then all of a sudden afterwards, that other people are bringing in the large Smart Waters. So are they picking on people? Are they trying to rally us up and get us to get thrown out of the court? What's going on here? We have a vet. He's in a wheelchair. He has come down and supported us throughout the last trial. He's been at the rallies. He's been outside here. He's upstairs. They made him get up out of his wheelchair, and they were giving him a hard time, trying to make him leave as well. So, you know, we are seeing a lot more distractions for us, trying to get us rallied up, trying to get us off our game. Just like the prosecution's being thrown off their game by how many people are here to support us. We have a lot of people that are going back from after the weekend, so we're still in need of support down here. We've got amazing people. I know Maureen's here from Washington. Where are you from? New Mexico. We've got some people here from New Mexico. We've got a good group of people, but you know, it takes a lot to come down here and stand with us. So if there's any way you can get here, let me remind everyone that next week is a huge week. We have the sentencing of Greg Burleson on July 26th. We have the sentencing of Todd Engel on July 27th. And we have Micah McGuire's status hearing on July 28th. All of that is going on while we still have court. So this is a great time to get down here and witness the injustice going on inside. This is absolutely an ideal time to come in. You can show your support for the 4 inside the courtroom and some of the other guys that are actually being sentenced after being railroaded. Then we go into Ricky Loveland. They're really throwing it at Ricky Loveland today. I mean, they have absolutely no evidence. Some of the evidence they brought in. Ricky likes the OMA page on April 9th, 2 days before. Oh, that shows conspiracy, right? He's seeing information from this page. How many times do you see things from like a newscaster or a new page and you're like, I like that, and then you see something else, oh, I like that too, and you go and like the page. That doesn't mean you enter into a conspiracy. He also became friends with Ryan Payne on April 7th. So yeah, he's definitely the leader under Ryan Payne, right? They also brought in a post that said that he was going down, I believe he showed up on the 11th, or he's going down on the 11th, and he was going to command the militia for the security of the speeches. That interests him into the conspiracy, apparently. Then they're reading a post from the Montana State Defense Force from 2013. Here we go again. They're going to pick and choose what they can use against these guys, and they're not going to let us in or anything. Oh, if it doesn't go to the 12th, you can't talk about it. But they can talk about 2013. How is that okay? And they're bringing in stuff after. So they're talking about a lot of different emails that Ryan Payne sends out to over 300 different people, and because Ricky's name's on that, they just keep bringing all of this in. You know, we saw, I think, evidence after evidence of all of these things that Ryan Payne's sending out. There's no evidence that he actually clicked on it and saw it. It's just emails coming to him. Who's been on an email list? Some people don't even check those. I hardly get to check my email anymore. There was an objection to OMA objective, showing what their objective is, going to the conspiracy. It was argued that there is no conspiracy been proven. Now, last trial, they had to go through quite a bit before they could prove the conspiracy. That was what they were saying. Well, we're going through all this because we have to prove the conspiracy. So it was Ryan Payne first, and then Ammon, and Ryan, and then Cliven, and they're bringing this. Well, they're skipping a lot of those steps today. And they're saying, well, we'll prove the conspiracy later. The judge herself says, well, she's convinced with how much evidence they brought in, and the jury is the one that has to decide if there's a conspiracy or not. But the prosecution and the judge themselves can say co-conspirator statements, and then they've got a new one that they're coming up with today. Cregan describes the event as a confrontation. The defense objects to this. They say you can't say that. And she says, I think Cregan says, I think the word confrontation is a very neutral word for it. Not event. She's going to use confrontation. The judge giggled at that and overrules it. Here we have the bias going on inside the courtroom. And this is just ridiculous. We kind of have a short one today because, like I said, a lot of boring stuff. Same stuff from last time is going on inside. We're looking at warrants. We're looking at all of these different things with this Agent Saylor. We haven't gotten to cross-examination. That's where you get the juicy stuff anyways. They did bring out Cheyenne Miller quite a lot again today. They paid 2 different Ryan Payne videos. Another thing that I thought went well for the defense, in Ryan's video, he says he wants everyone to leave here safely. That's what their objective is. So, you know, they keep pulling this stuff in, but it's not necessarily bad for the defense. You know, they believe just even being a militia or saying the word militia makes you a terrorist. And so I'm hoping that the jury sees through a lot of this. Then we go back to Ricky Loveland. They go back to Ricky Loveland's Facebook. They show a picture of him and Todd Engel on the bridge. And he kind of has his hand, let me step back. He kind of has his hand like this. And they say, do you see this gun in his hand? And it's like the butt of the gun. But to me, it doesn't look like it's in his hand. Maybe his hand might be resting against it as he walks so it doesn't like move around. But it's not in his hand. Then they take that and they go back to 2013 on his page. And they show a picture of him in full winter camo holding the same gun, and then they show 2 other pictures of just the gun alone. This is not okay. You can't, you know, they're showing that picture of him in the full camo to try to create a narrative about him. He, you know, here he is in full camo and winter camo. Well, you know, I go duck hunting and I wear full white winter camo. So what's wrong with that? Once again, they are trying, this is not a jury of our peers. Ricky's from Montana. All of our guys are from Idaho. We live in a state where we hunt, where we fish, where we live in, you know, and 10 feet of snow during the winter. We have white camo, and we use it for a purpose, and a lot of that purpose is feeding our families. So the whole idea of a jury of your peers should be a jury of people like you that would understand something like that. They are using that picture inside to create a picture about Ricky Loveland that is untrue. And they are using a play on words today, and this is what we're going to see the entire trial. The judge herself snickers and just overrules it. Well, I'm convinced. How is this going to be a fair trial? So I'm sorry it was so short today. We had to get food in us and everything going on, but we will be back after court to let you know how cross-examination goes. It looks like we will probably only get through one witness today.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.